Hello, Liz here. Today I'm going to show you a sample activity for number identification that would be good for K1 students or really any student that's struggling to identify numbers, counts, anything like that. So this specific option I created in Peardeck, although there are other platforms and options available to you. The great thing about Peardeck is that it integrates with your Google Slides. So if you have existing Google Slides that you use with whole group or small group, or if you're familiar with Google Slides and feel comfortable with it, Peardeck's a great option for you. So I created this sample activity where students can see some of my work and have to do their own. So this is what it looks like from the teacher view. And you can see here I've got the Peardeck add-on on the side. So this is where you can add different questions for kids. You can add audio to your slides, which I did for this specific activity, and some Peardeck info. To get this add-on up, you go to add-ons in Google, and then Peardeck, open Peardeck add-on. It'll take a second to load. And then this way you can edit your slides to integrate with Peardeck. So on my Peardeck homepage, you can see that I have a student paced number ID sample lesson up. If I go over to the classroom view, you'll see there's a join code for students or give students a link. Now, especially for the little guys, I recommend posting a student link right to your Google Classroom. That way you can post it to specific kids that you want to work on it, and you don't have to worry about them typing in this code to join, which can be a little trickier for our younger kids. I also want to show you what it looks like from the student end. So here I'm signed into a different Google account, and I've already joined this class. So initially, Peardeck will ask your kids how they're feeling today. And then it opens up your Google slide. So you can see this is exactly what I showed you. It says number ID, K1 sample activity. For your kids, you want something a little more catchy or friendly. But then if they hit the next arrow here or on their keyboard, you see this is your slide, but with a drawing option. So if you click on the audio, there are directions up here, audio included. Click on the headphones, it gives them a nice option to play. So if you click that, you would hear me say, I put 4 cows in my gray box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you draw the number 4. Now students can select a color and they can draw the number. Especially with the Chromebooks, this is great because they have the touch screen. They can fold it to be like a tablet. They can draw with their fingers, or they can use the touchpad right on the keyboard if they want to. They've got some options. If I go to my next slide, this is a drag and drop option. So if you click the audio, it'll say, I put 2 cows in my gray box. 1, 2. Drag 2 dogs to be next to my 2 cows. And then the students can go ahead and drag and drop 2 dogs next to the 2 cows. But I gave them some distractor dogs, so you can see if they really understand that this is 2 cows. This is a little bit more friendly than dragging and dropping in Google Slides. In Google, you have to click and then drag. Peardeck makes it easier to just drag and drop. So you can make a bunch of slides like this. You can move them around, vary it, reuse them if you want your kids to practice the same numbers. This could be great to do in small groups, or if you're doing station rotation, you can have a group with you and have a group practicing this on their own. And the audio is great because they don't need an adult there to give them directions. You can pre-record it in advance. So now me as the student, I'm all done with this. I can go ahead and close out. Now in the teacher view, let me go back. I can look at the teacher dashboard. I can end my student paste. Yep, I'm sure everyone's done. And then I can open to check out how my students did. So Liz Wood is the only student that completed this activity. And you can see how that student did. And then you have the option to use this to inform further instruction or intervention. You can include grades in your grade management system. You can share it to Google Classroom to share with parents or grade there. Peardeck has a ton of options, not just for math, but I thought that this might be helpful for some of your kids that are working on their number identification. If you have any questions, as always, please do not hesitate to let me know.